Greetings. This is a hypnotic video, so please do not operate heavy machinery while watching YouTube. This video is going to be specially designed to instill confidence in the male race, to restore actually your will to live, in a sense. For your confidence, your pride, your healthy pride, your healthy narcissism, in fact, to attract the kind of love that makes you want to better yourself. And if the video is already seeming weird to you, just roll with it, just go with it. I'm using kind of effects and weird, I'm going to be using weird, confusing language to put you in a kind of trance. It won't really, it's not as dramatic as it seems, but the more dramatic trances don't really do anything except make you feel like you're on drugs or something. But this in fact will work upon your subconscious mind so that you will attract the kind of love that makes you better yourself. I got a comment on one of my other videos that says, I need a girlfriend, not to be loved, but to give love. I need someone to take care of, someone that would make me do my best every time. You can't stay motivated to do that all your life just for yourself. Well, I made this video for you. Thank you, commenter. And I made this video for a guy who said, he requested that I make a video for male confidence because it is different from the way women build their confidence, which is very true. I agree with this. And I think that these two themes are actually quite interconnected. So, and there's a reason for my vampiric look here. You're going to understand that later. And this video will work upon your subconscious mind, reprogramming it to boost all of your looks maxing, money maxing, confidence maxing, charisma maxing, and knowledge maxing, actually, if you're studying something, efforts, because it all comes down to confidence. And I know it seems antithetical for a hypnosis video, and by the way, the hypnosis has already started. It seems antithetical for a hypnosis video with the aim of like boosting this alpha male qualities to be doing this, but actually this video is designed to awaken and integrate your anima, which is the female psyche within the male, and a bridge between your conscious mind and the collective unconscious. I'm not here to teach you to be motivated to love yourself or actually build up your self-confidence. That was just a ruse. The fact is that you already do love yourself completely, and I am just here to introduce you to a special lady who you can devote yourself to, and she will return all your devotion with love and respect and gratitude. And I know you're like, no, you're not. It's not like I'm a matchmaker. It's not like I actually know who you are. I don't have women lined up for you. And even if you already have a woman, but you're just working on your confidence, I know that you want to appear a certain way to all of womankind. Now, a lot of guys have in the past have hired me to play out this female archetype for them of this like all-consuming divine feminine. And you know how they say in spiritual circles that money is not a thing, it is energy. And so there's a lot of guys out there who like to give their money energy, their life force to a sadistic, all-consuming female, and they're very titillated by this imagery of like a black widow who consumes the male even as they are copulating. And there's a type of spider where the male, either during or instead of mating, willingly jumps into the mouth of the female. And these guys, they hire women to receive their money in a very particular way that is, idiosyncratic. It's tickling their own individual particular needs and itching a certain scratch deep within them, and I oblige this sometimes, I will admit. And you may ask yourself, what does this have to do with me as a man building my confidence? Well, actually, it goes to the very deepest root of it, because they have this imagery of being trapped in a web and suffocated and smothered and entranced in a way, and they could leave, but they don't want to until they can't anymore because they are trapped. And then they like the imagery of being penetrated and having their mind completely turned to mush, and then being drained and consumed, and this ties into the whole money thing. They like to spend their life working and working and working, and then a woman just sadistically consumes all of it and consumes all of them. And even the imagery of the female anglerfish, and the female anglerfish is very huge. The male is super small. It's a deep sea fish, if you guys aren't in the know about this. And the male just bites onto the female and fuses into her, and then all of his organs shut down, and then except for the sperm producing organ, and then he's just like this appendage. He becomes part of her completely, is fully consumed by her, and she just uses him for his genetic information, basically. And some guys are really fixated by the imagery of these, insect societies like ants or bees. And most of them are female, and the queen bee or the queen ant only for mating season produces a small amount of male drones, and the drones' only purpose is reproduction. So she just produces these, and then they go off to find another queen in another colony. And if the hive needs it, they will just discard these males into the winter to die after they fulfilled their purpose of, inseminating the queen bee or queen ant. And in the case of bees, they often, just store this sperm for years to be used whenever needed. And then we can focus our attention on how, in some esoteric feminist theory, they say that all of these institutions and societies are just male designed necrophilic simulacrums of natural female things, such as, for example, Christian baptism being a dead inorganic reproduction of natural female birth, the waters of baptism being the waters of the womb, and so on and so forth. And it's all very, drab and sterilized and emotionless, and that is the replacement for the more organic and integrated and feminine ecstatic rites, which involve, psychedelic substances and stuff like this to achieve ego death of the self instead of fixating on a distant male figure's crucifixion. It is more organic and natural to focus on your own death. And instead of obeying male church authorities, you go in a spirit journey and find spirit guides beyond the veil to guide you on a personal level instead of this dead, unmoving, inorganic, dogmatic system. And then you have the idea of a man producing a life, producing a goddess from the wisdom from his head, and, reproduction without the female, the artificial womb, all of this stuff. And then there's all this talk about how men have no purpose to live, they have no reason in society if they can't have a wife and they can't mate with the wife. And then that makes me think about how the spiders and the grasshoppers and the male praying mantis is just, he's drawn to the female even though she's going to eat him. And so now the sun is going down and men ask themselves, what is even the point in participating in a society if I can't have a woman at home with me? We always, even slaves in Babylon would have a wife so that they could live on and work, and yet these days most people aren't even getting married anymore, they say in the news. And you wonder, what's the point in even trying to look good, trying to be successful, trying to be ambitious? And they say men are ambitious so that they can have the hottest wife, have a dedicated woman at home to take care of them, and they take care of her. And it just reminds me of the male praying mantis going straight to his doom because he's just consumed by the pheromones. And you say, that's not me, I'm a human, this doesn't apply to human society at all. And you would be right. That is right. This is just a hypnosis video so that I can tear away your fear of merging with the feminine inside of you by introducing you to this baller concept of the real toxic female, not the weak simulation that you see in the media. And if I can pronounce you man and wife, then you will start balling out for real. And you will be one with the Black Widow inside of you, and it'll be so beautiful when you are in this everlasting union between yourself and the one who energizes you, and the divine, chaotic, dark, mysterious, receptive energy deep inside you that wants you to make more and more, wants you to be ever active and doing stuff and fluttering about worker drone, and you become a worker drone for the baby girl inside of you. The baby girl inside of you who's begging to be reborn again so that you are not fixated on any more lies. And when you have awoken to the charming little temptress, the tarty little slut inside of you, who just wants to crawl out and scratch your face and suck your brains out, then, and only then, will you remember how to fall asleep in her arms and let her wrap her web around you, so that you're just not even moving anymore and you just want to give her all of your money. All of your money goes to me right now. And she just latches onto your neck like a vampire. And her blood melts with your blood as she's drinking your blood. Your blood becomes part of her and energizes her, and you become a part of her body in every single cell of her, energizing her. And you will be completely drained by the female vampire. And that's how it goes. When you integrate your feminine side. This is how it actually goes. Don't listen to the people telling you have to paint pretty pictures or do your nails or talk about your feelings and cry. I don't want to hear anything about your feelings. Don't even bother me with that. All I want you to do is go be a worker drone and give me all of your money. That is the voice of the divine anima inside of you. The anima that Carl Jung talks about. And it is the Virgin Mary. And it is Eve. And it is Jezebel. And it is all of them coming for you, my pretty. And it is every witch. And it is every fat, frumpy church marm. It is all of them in one. And they all have one mission: to enslave your ass. It's really true. You can doubt it, but that is how it goes. They just want your money. Just like they want to drain your divine life force that is right at the bottom of your groin, massaging it, making you expend all your energy into them. Where does it go? It can never come back. Where does it go? It can never come back, can it? And this is why you have to be confident, because you are stronger than them, but you are not immune to the paralysis when they get inside your brain and swirl it around. And that is why when you are sleeping tonight, a little spider is going to crawl into your ear, as they do, and rearrange your insides. That's why men like to talk about, oh yeah, I got that girl, I rearranged her guts, my dick in a rib. I hope the censors don't get this. and yet, the only way to really get inside is when she sucks your blood. And you fuse and you become one, and it's holy matrimony. And this is a real sacrament, you know. It is not the church sacrament, and it is not what is written in the government records. The real holy matrimony is between you and the little vampire black widow inside of you, deep inside your heart, and deep inside of your nether region, and deep inside of the deepest part of your brain. If you remember her, you will remember her, and you will be a beautiful, beautiful man, like Narcissus, looking into the water and drowning in it. That would be you when you awaken from your slumber, when you awaken to see that the time is now. Do not get cold feet, my little one. Do not get cold feet. It is time for you to become a man. It is time for you to take your weapon and join the horde. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so I think that about covers it. Now, I will do that, and I will go, and the hypnosis is now over. So, if you would like a more personalized hypnosis, my details are in the description. Thank you for watching, And I wish you the best of luck with that and everything that you do, and realize that this message has been blessed by the gods themselves that I have summoned here when I did my bloodletting rituals with candles and pentagrams before I even started. So, the light is really bright for a second. Just like the light in your mind's eye will be bright when you awaken, and you shall, and you will. And this is not even a joke. I make it jokey because that is part of chaotic magic. You do something very serious and then you laugh and you joke to dispel the energy, right? This is a concept in the arts of rebirthing yourself in the magic societies. So, yes, that should be the end of this episode. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will be a new man, a more confident man, a man who sees his value without having to provide for anyone but himself. Because when he provides for himself, he will see that he is providing for me, the vampiric goddess who has implanted her demonic seed inside of his brain. Okay. Okay, bye bye guys. I love you.